volt a város, Bence?
Ki? De hát tényleg mikor? Tehát,
igen, ez amikor Kaliforniát eléri a vírus. 475-tel lehet menni a f***omba az autópályán most. Hát sehol senki.
Nem lehet, mert a szabályok nem változtak attól.
De most megvan rá lehetőséged.
Az meg.
Hatalmas V8-as motorunk büszkén hasítja, habzsolja a levegőt a kaliforniai hűvösség.
Mindenki szembe jön, ez kicsit olyan, mint egyszer a Lacos barátommal mentünk le Kíveszre, és mindenki szembe jött az autópályán, és egyszer átmentünk a másik oldalra, hogy ilyen benzinkútusz, hogy nem, és miért mennek sokan, és így mondtak, de nem néztünk híreket, hogy ez jön a hurikán, ez mindenki menekül. De ez picit olyan hangulat, igen.
Egy kicsit.
Olyanok, hogy mint Woody Harrelson, mi szembe megyünk a problémákkal. Nem hajolunk el.
Most majdnem elejtettem a telefon. Hogy de egyébként Tibi, azért te már egy pár 10-20-szor jártál erre az évek során.
Hát értem nem láttam. Tehát itt vasárnap nagyjából ugyanaz a forgalom van, mint hétközben, tehát minimális a különbség, de az azt jelenti, hogy éppen nem egy helybe állsz, hanem 15-et tudsz menni az Interstate-en, tehát hogy így, ilyen, hogy így nem jön egy senki, az értében nem láttam. Filmesek most örülhetnek, biztos ilyen zombi
apokalipszis filmes forgatni.
Nem kell lezárás, csak az meg megyetek, azt forgassátok.
Hívjátok föl azt a Will Smith nevű csávot, hogy most jöjjön forgatni, a Legenda vagyok második részét.
De nem kell, mert itt vagyunk mink. Megvan hozzá az autó.
Megnézni a Dantant, ott is biztos izé van. Nagy üresség.
De mi megyünk forgatni.
De mi kemények vagyunk.
Megveszünk 3 Machetét. Biztos, ami biztos.
Pityu, mint egy rossz gyerek hátul.
Na, veszünk 3 Machetét, ide kötjük a kendőt. Mi leszünk az Kütyülgeng, speedzone gang.
Kütyülgeng.
Az utolsó renegád alakulat.
Szegény Garcia hazaért cserébe. Ő már otthon. De hát a bőröngye
teljes
mondjuk...
a boldogság, igen, mert hogy a Lufthansa-nak köszönhetően, akit innen is csókoltatunk.
Sokszor.
Így. Mert hogy nem az, hogy nem segítettek az, hogy hazajusson. Tehát nem volt nyitva az iroda, és náluk ők bukolták a jegyet, tehát meg az utazási irodás barátunk se tudott belenyúlni. Tehát tényleg meg, tehát pont egy ilyen helyzetben, amikor az emberek ilyen próbálnak hazajutni földrészekről minden, és ilyenkor ezt csinálni, tehát tényleg a f***ba.
És hát a bőrönnek se híre, se halva.
Meg.
De úgyhogy a rendszerben sincs.
Tehát legalább látnánk azt, hogy éppen Madagaszkáron most bontogatják ki, de nem látják, mert sőt azt látják, mint a föl se adta volna, miközben ott van a kezébe a cetlő, és feladta.
Tehát az komplet felborította az egész légiközlekedés most, az egész világban.
Igen. Úgyhogy még egyébként mi sem vagyunk annyira nyugodtak, mert az utolsó európai etapunk az Lufthansa, és hogyha azt ők végleg azt mondják, hogy nem repülnek, akkor szépen jó elektromos biciklivel toljuk már hazafelé Frankfurtból.
Hát vagy bérlünk egy autót, nem?
És eldobjuk a kulcsot és ott hagyjuk Budapesten.
Nem ér egyébként Európán belül, nincsen az, hogy...
Van, biztos van, csak sokkal drágább. Nem, hát akkor Lali, bocs Lali.
Lali, innen is üdvözlünk.
Ott áll a kocsi a iroda előtt, úgyhogy bepattansz és várunk Frankfurtba.
Jöhetsz a Sangyonggal.
Az jó lesz.
Vagy az X5-tel.
X5 legyen, az gyorsan.
Jó, ne az én X5-öm kárára gyorsolgassunk.
Üresek az utcák, most lehet haladni, Lali, az a jó hír.
Ja. Németországban meg ugye lehet néha gyorsan is menni. Na, úgyhogy... Hát tényleg most amit láttok egyébként, ez tényleg, tehát hogy mi ugye harmadszor vagyunk itt, hát ilyen tényleg soha nem volt, hogy gond nélkül közlekedsz.
Ez az a US 101, ez az Interstate, ami tényleg...
Hát amiről a fotók vannak, hogy na éjjel, hajnalban, reggel. Két
ilyen nagy főút van, a 405-ös meg ez, ami a keresztül megy a városon. Tehát nagyjából bárhová mész, tudja, hogy ezen egy kicsit kell menned. És ez szokott 5 sávba beállni, meg 6 sávba. De ez...
Igen.
Na. Nagyjából névről ismerjük, hogy mennek.
De magasra tartjuk a speedzone zászlaját.
Igen.
És
az utolsó túlélő kezéből kell már kicsavarni a speedzone-os pólót.
Így. Szerdőben
kézzel.
rohanunk magasra tartott kézzel.
Igen.
Hogy itt vagyunk.
Kucsítunk a meleg párba, gyerekek. Nyomatjuk itt. Tartalmat.
Egyébként egy nagyon jó anyagot fogunk forgatni remélhetőleg.
És most egy darabig biztos nem jön tévés, de ide. Szóval, remélem lesz mit néznétek a közeljövőben a speedzone-on. Jó nézzétek meg Amerikának ezt a részét, mert egy darabig nem lehet már látni.
És aki mostanában vásárolt új autót, az is jelentkezzen, mert új autót se nagyon lesz.
Igen, tehát az már meg hát használt autót, na most a felajánlásokat lehet, hogy majd végigkeresünk mindenkit. Hogy
mindjárt csinálunk egy videót arról, hogy amúgy így, vírus árnyékában mivel járnak az emberek. Hopp, egy V8-as pickup, hopp, egy Silverado, egy 6 hengeres Toyota Highlander.
Dodge Ram.
Az itt vannak olyan autók, amik otthon nincsenek, ez is egy Highlander, egy régebbi, ez is 6 hengeres benzines. Van az a Kia Telluride, amit egyáltalán nem látunk otthon, hopp, egy GMC Yukon, egy hibrid.
Hát azért igen, az apokalipszis menekülő autó azért nem az elektromos.
Nézz előre!
Igen, tehát hogy nem sok Prius látsz meg Teslát.
Gömbkék.
Ennyi.
Ja, és az a legszebb, hogy amit ugye mi is csinálnak, hopp, egy SRT8-as Chrysler, az is hibrid. Hogy elkezdték a fegyvereket vásárolni ezerrel. Egy Honda Insight, ilyen van ott.
Na,
ő bátor.
Valószínűleg ő a kertész. Mondjuk ő jut a legmesszebb.
Igen, szóval Amerikában elfogyott a készfertőtlenítő, ezért most fegyvert, füvet, meg irgalmatlan erős piákat kezdtek el vásárolni az amerikaiak.
Az alkohol segít.
Hát, ők is ezt hallották.
House of Pain, Cypress Hill, rengeteg filmes díj, videóklippek, filmszerepek, rendező, fotós, a Chicano kultúra egyik krónikása, Los Angeles város egyik krónikása, az az ember, akihez most eljöttünk, aki a Hollywood, hát nem is tudom, krémjét, a legjavát már fotózta, na rengetegen ismerik, egy igazi nagy kutyának számít ebben a bizniszben, Esteban Orionnak hívják. Itt vagyunk a garázsába, amíg ő kimászik a szaunából, elteszi a bull terrierjét, és összeszedi magát. Nem volt könnyű megszervezni ezt a találkozót, mert nyilván ő nagyon elfogadt ember, most egy vírus egy kicsit besegített, mert mindenki otthon ül. Úgyhogy vele fogunk most beszélgetni arról, hogy jutott el idáig, mit csinál, hogyan él, mivel dolgozik. Itt aztán tényleg látunk mindent, edzőcuctól kezdve az autójáig, ezt a Blue Velvetnek hívják, kék bársagy. Egész szép darab. Ennyi, ide is eljutottunk, és nagyon büszkék vagyunk rá, örülünk neki, hogy időt szánt ránk, és fogadni tudott minket. Minden reggel szaunázik, pont gőzölgő testtel, mezitláb mászott ki nekünk kapott nyitni. De világi jó az lesz. Ja. Hát ennyi, Speedzone és Esteban Oriol. Mindjárt jön.
It was dirty, huh?
A little dust.
My poor car is so dirty.
You need to cover it like the other one.
Yeah.
That's an Impala too?
Yeah, that one is, I have to fix it. This is my bike.
Yeah, I just saw that. Also with hydraulics?
Yeah, I got 2 pumps in the front and 1 in the back.
Where are the switches?
Right here.
Ah, okay.
If you want to hop the front, it is if you want to hop the back.
Oh, they look like stock parts normally.
Yeah, you be careful.
Okay.
Shit'll start hopping.
Just give me a...
Yep.
Like this?
Yeah, just a little cover. This one I'm gonna take probably this week to the electric shop.
Oh, the window is broken.
Yeah, they came off the track.
Oh.
Because every time you take it to a shop, they fuck it up a little more.
Why?
It's
They always open it and close
the
it?
lowrider way. You take your shop to get one thing fixed and they fuck up another thing.
Oh, you need to remove the whole carpet thing
It's
inside.
the way of lowrider lifestyle.
So you don't have a shop that you can trust?
No,
Really?
no.
There's
I have one homie. His name is Kenny, Mr. Bowtie, 66. He's the one who I trust to do all my stuff from now on. He did my fuel injection, my disc brakes, and my new hydraulics. You want me to sit down right here or where? How do you want to do it?
Yeah, we should start over here and then we should take a walk around, and if you can give us a little tour around your garage, it would be nice.
Okay. Let me see.
Ennyi. Nem nagyon zavartatja magát, hogy most mi a szitu. Nem az a csávó, akit zavar a kamera. Rengeteg videóklippet rendezett, rövid filmeket, de nagy hollywoodi produkciókban is részt vett, sőt, a Grand Theft Auto játéknak is az egyik koordinátora vagy projektvezetője volt. Itt a 49-es bomb. Hey, we got a bomb also.
Yeah, maybe we could take her just for a little drive around the corner.
It would be great.
Just so we have, you know, some footage of some action-packed.
But thank God, as far as I see, this car is used.
Huh?
You use the car. It's not a show car.
Yeah, that car's 15,000 miles.
The Velvet?
Huh?
This one, the Velvet?
No, this one I've had since 1989.
Oh, it's old school.
Yeah, that one is 15,000 miles.
50 000 mérföld van benne. Nem. 15. Osztó. So that's your new stuff?
Yeah, these are the new hydraulics.
Yeah, they look good. No leakage? No
Nope.
nothing? Everything's fine?
Yep, it's ready to go. Just waiting for the electrical guy. And then it's gonna be,
What he needs to do on it?
they gotta do the new wiring because I got a fuel injection.
Ah, you got a motor engine swap.
Yeah, I put this in.
Yeah, I just saw it. You see it. Yeah. You got also the tank is changed, the pumps, the
Yeah.
AC pumps are changed,
Yeah,
everything. There's a lot of
Gas
stuff to do
tank.
with that.
Oh yeah, it's a fucking nightmare. But at the end, you can hop and it won't cut off.
Oh, because
The gas.
when you're hopping, the carburetor gets
Yeah.
empty and dries out. Oh,
And then the car cuts off and you're fucked.
And do you do the maintenance by yourself?
No.
Because I see a lot of stuff around.
Yeah, my
Here.
friend, he comes here.
Oh, and he does it here.
Yeah, I'm a photographer.
Yeah, I know.
He's a mechanic. He's a mechanic, I'm a photographer.
So you're just documenting it
Yeah.
when he's done the things. So when I first met your name, I think years ago I saw a video. The name was Lowriding with Danny Trejo.
Oh, okay.
You remember that?
Yeah, that was for Machete.
Yeah. And I just saw it. I said I need to meet this man who does this.
Yeah.
Because it was crazy, and right we are here. So it's a great honor. Thank you very much.
For sure.
You just everybody talks about, and there was a lot of things written about you, your early years as a bouncer, and then you go to tour with House of Pain, the Cypress Hill. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
But I would like to know, what was the exact moment, that one moment, if you can remember, when you said to yourself that I'm gonna be the photographer? Was there a moment?
No, there was no moment. It gradually progressed. And little by little, I was taking more pictures, and then I started making money at it here and there a little bit, and then I just said, fuck it, I want to do this full time because Cypress Hill kind of stopped touring.
Yep.
So I was like, well, I'm not gonna, you know, I only would get paid when we'd go on tour. So no touring, no money. So I figured I should go more into photography and directing videos and think of it more seriously and make it a profession. And that's what I did. And I stopped touring and just went into photography and directing full time.
You are known as the chronicler of the city. You write the chronicles, or you picture the chronicles of
Yeah.
Los Angeles.
Yeah.
You were born here.
Yeah.
You still live here.
Yep.
Does this city give you always the inspiration, or you need to find yourself what you want to see, or it just came?
I always get inspiration from the city, even when I'm out of town, because this is where it all started for me. And this is, you know, where I was born and raised. And I look at, when I'm in other countries, I see the similarities and not the differences.
You always compare it to Los Angeles?
Yeah, because, you know, this is where I come from. Everywhere you go, you're like, oh, this is cool, but it's not like home, or or, you know, this is nice, but I'd rather be at home. That's what most people think when they go away, you know. They go, oh, this is nice, but I wouldn't want to live here. But when I go to other countries, I see what's the same and what's similar, and I go, man, this is cool. This is like home, you know. And I just enjoy myself and relax and get into the culture wherever I am. And I have fun with the people there, and it's a good time.
Now you're a grandfather, aren't you?
Three grandkids. I got one on the way in 2 months.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one more.
Congratulations.
More bills.
More bills. So that's a tricky one. Think
Yeah.
about it. What would you say to your younger self now? What would be your advice to yourself if you met Esteban Oriol at his 20s?
I would say do more and go harder, you know. And
You think you can achieve more than this?
Yeah.
You got everything in the world, man.
no, there's way more I could have done photographically. You know, like there's just things that I wish I would have took pictures of that I didn't. That I just was like watching, just going, wow, look at that. You
The
know,
missed opportunities.
Yeah, where I could have just been. I had my camera, you know, and I could have just been like taking a picture, but I was so caught up in the moment
yeah.
that I didn't care. You know, I just kept it in my head. But you know, I got enough. I got enough documented for people to see.
You have more than 1 million pictures.
Yeah, probably.
I just read your book because Garcia brought us the guy we met yesterday or 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And I just read the whole book.
Yeah.
So that you get more than 1 million pictures.
Yep.
But what kind of equipment do you use? What's your favorite? What about the digital age? You started analog film. Do you have some equipment here? You can show us.
Yeah, I do. It's in my car.
All right.
Because I carry it with me I shoot every day, so.
Every day?
Every day.
You're cruising around the town and you see something. And
Yeah, I pull over and start shooting.
Oh, the train again.
So we're in sunny California.
Yeah, sunny California. Yeah. We should get it back to the garage. So that's your everyday driver?
Yep, my work truck. This is what.
The bag looks used, yeah?
Yeah, this is a Team Ruka. So if you want to see the film shit.
Yeah, what kind of camera do you use?
Go
or
here.
objectives?
I got my Mercedes Benz here. A German brand.
Yeah, we know that. That's a Leica, right?
And then I have my
That's
good
another
old
one.
Canon USA. And when if the shit goes down, you gotta be ready. I got my this is a film camera.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, it's a Canon EOS 1V. And this is the digital. This is what I use
Which one you prefer?
to shoot video with. These they never let me down. These three always let me down.
So you are for the old school?
Yeah. And then this right here.
Don't take everything out.
That's how I shoot right there.
So which one do you take out? If there's something.
This one.
In a moment.
This one if it's a big scene because it's a wide angle, and that one if it's
It's a 10-20 or?
No, there's a 28 and that's a 50 millimeter.
Yep.
But that's my.
Why do you prefer analog technique?
Because it looks better.
It looks better.
Yeah, 100% better than digital.
That's interesting.
Digital people they don't know. It looks crispy and everything is in focus and real clean. But if you look at a film photo, it's more creamy and you know, like it flows better, it blends better. But digital, you see every little detail, and like you see now on 4K TV, you can see like people's inside the holes in their skin even. You can see like little maggots coming out of it.
You don't like it?
Nah, it's ugly. It's like, I like the film look, you know, old school, like 16 millimeter, 35 millimeter.
That's why you direct your videos also in that way, always in that way?
Yeah.
So they look like old school things from the 60s or 70s, the colors, the focus and everything.
Yeah, I just, you know.
Kind of blurry a little bit.
It's just like, it's more like what you see, you know, when you look at something real quick, you don't see it.
It's sharp.
Sharp and in focus. It takes your eyes a minute to adjust, you know, when you're moving around, and I like to have it be like what you see is what you get, you know, it's kind of like more real to life.
What makes you really proud about your work, or what was that thing that you directed or shooted that makes you real proud, that you think about back in time or right now?
Well, I would say now that I documented the 90s is really important to me now, because that was such a great period for me in LA, for lowriding, for the streets, for hip hop, everything, for clothing, you know, when we were doing Joker clothing, it was just, everything was at an all-time high for me.
It's interesting because we feel the same in Europe, you know. The 90s was the era where a lot of things changed in music, in culture, in political structures and something like that, and everything was like boiling, you know.
Yeah, there was new stuff happening. Once it hit 2000s, everything had been done already. And everything was like being regurgitated.
Yeah, it's the same in movies and music.
Like when I grew up, I was growing up in classic rock and soul. And then punk rock came, then hip hop came.
Grunge.
And grunge in the 90s, but I'm talking about the 80s. And then, you know, there was new R&B music. Like there was all kinds of new stuff coming up when I was growing up.
Yeah, I understand.
And then once, you know, now that I'm older, I see that everything is just remakes of, of what, you know, we had all seen at the beginning.
Let's take a look around your garage.
Okay, well, right now...
This is your life. You got a lot of stuff here. You got the Joker brand. You are prepared for coronavirus.
Right now, for those of you that don't know, we have the coronavirus. I shook all your hands, so I probably got it. But we got water.
Don't be afraid. No. We came 3 weeks ago.
We got water. We got dog food because the dog is part of the protection for the house, for the family. We got water, and then.
Are you afraid of this thing?
No. You see, I shook your guys' hands, and I didn't. I was
covered. Big respect for that.
Yeah, I was like, fuck it, you know. If I die, I die. But yeah, like what's the big deal? But this is kind of, I'm just trying to reorganize all my garage here because there's just so much shit. This is all my family stuff. 4 kids, my dad, my mom.
But you're still holding your memories.
They put all my their shit here, you know. So
because you got enough place for that.
Yeah, I got enough room for it. So. But now I'm just starting to give away a bunch of stuff, and then the stuff I don't want. but I'm keeping all the memories and the stuff of the culture.
Yeah.
Like all the stuff that I have saved from hip hop and from lowriding. I'm trying to organize that and put it all together in case something, you know, a museum or whatever. I could donate it somewhere and it'll be there for other people to, you know, see the culture. Yeah.
Who's that? You work with a lot of big stars and big names here in Hollywood. Who was the kindest? Who's that guy or band or group that you remember as the most nicest to you, or had? I know that you should have great memories with the Cypress Hill, with the House of Pain.
Yeah, those guys are my families. But outside of that, I'd say probably like Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Mobb Deep.
Oh.
You know, like those are the guys I worked with a lot.
And they find you with the job if they want to shoot something or make some pictures, or you need to go after the job?
Both.
Both?
Yeah, because it's impossible when you reach a certain level of
yeah, that's what I want to know.
When you reach a certain level of in your career, you've put in a lot of time, you've met a lot of people, you've done a lot of work. It's impossible to remember everything and everybody. Like there's no way, like, you know, you're not there every day with everybody, so you might not be on their mind every time. And then there's like 20 people, you know, telling them, hey, use me, use me, use me. But I'm in California, and say like Bun B or whatever, he's in Texas, you know, but we're friends, and I could do something with him, but there's 10 guys in Texas telling him, hey, let me shoot it, let me shoot it, let me shoot it. But you know, I still have to be in LA going, hey Bun, I heard you got a new project, you know, can we do some work together on it? You know, you always have to put it out there and put yourself in people's face so that they, you know, they're thinking about you, you know.
How old are you right now?
53.
What do you think, how many years do you have left in this business? Because it's crunchy, it's a little bit stressful and like that. We know that. 63,
65. I would say I'll give myself another 17 years.
And what happens after that? You go to pension, lay back in your sauna and just
writing,
painting, do the art thing?
I go maybe do you know, museum shows or something like that.
All right.
Some more. I've already been in 15 museums, but I think you know, I want to be in like bigger museums around the world and just show the work and stuff like that.
Maybe we should
just for fun, you know.
Hungary.
Yeah, Hungary, everywhere. I've been to Budapest before.
Really?
Yeah, with House of Pain.
Oh yeah, they were there.
We did some shows in the 90s.
But it was way back in time.
94, I think. Yeah.
Támogatónk az MKB Euroleasing. Számolhat velünk.
A műsort és a megfázás elleni harcot támogatja a Medisztus antivírus lágypasztilla.
A műsor támogatója az Axia Kft. Mezőgazdasági és építőipari szolgáltatások szívvel, lélekkel. A műsor támogatója a Perizsia Consulting Kft. A műsor támogatója a Petronas motorolajok kiemelt forgalmazója, az olajshop.hu.
So this is your table. You still work here, or it's just only to hold your stuff?
No, this is one of the places I come and lay shit down. Right now I'm just going through different shit, and these are some of my little coronavirus supplies.
Preparations.
Yeah.
You're writing, painting. How do you use your hands, except that you use the camera?
I'm laying out books. You know, I'm working on. My next book is a lowriding book.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
It's gonna be 25 years of lowriding. You know, around the world.
Around the world.
Yeah, because I've been to.
You've been in Japan. I just saw your pictures.
Yeah, I've been to Japan, Thailand, Australia, Europe. You know, Belgium, Holland, France, Germany. You know, London, where they, you know, everywhere where there's lowriding, I've been there. Not everywhere now, because I can't. What
do you've been heavily related to this lowrider culture and the Chicano culture.
Yeah.
But can you see the differences from the original one, which was born here in LA, or what they do in Japan or Europe, what would be the differences? How do you see that? What's going to be the small things that are related to that country?
Well, the things I notice are the, you know, like I said, what's similar, you know, the similarities, you know, but the differences I would say is they do some of the things better, you know, because because Japanese are like super perfectionists.
Yeah, they're crazy.
And I see them like do stuff that we didn't do here for 20 years.
The details.
And you just look at them going, wow, you know, why didn't we think of that, you know? But that's what they're known for, you know. They dive into a culture head first and go all out.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of respect, you know, for that, because they do shit right. Everything you get whenever I see something that I go, damn, you know, look at who did this, and then I look and it's, of course, Japanese did it.
Japanese did it.
Yeah, they kill it every time.
You listen to I see a lot of musical stuff, see the drums around. You said this is your grandson's thing, he used to practice here.
Yeah, he plays over there.
Small thing, that's your wife over there?
That's my wife. I got my DJ set up there, all my records are there.
You're collecting records also?
Yeah, I've been having those for like 30 years. All my like hip hop, soul, classic rock. And then
you've been connected to Rockstar Games with the Grand Theft Auto series.
Yeah, I did. I did all the photos of the city for the artists.
For the digitalization?
Yeah, because they were in Scotland. So I took pictures. I drove around the city and took all kinds of photos, and then sent them to them on a CD.
Crazy.
So it was cool.
How do you find? How do you find always new things that at a certain level, a certain time, it comes to, as we talked about earlier, to repeat themselves. You need to always find something new for you. How do you do that? You go after things, or you start to shooting a whole different video, or direct something, or go ahead with another type of pictures.
Well, for me, I don't think about now. I think about 10 or 20 years down the line. Because right now I'm living off of the work that I was doing in the 90s. Like, the way I feel about it is all my work I did in my 20s, I lived off that in my 30s and 40s. And now all the work I'm doing in my 50s, I'll live off in my 60s and 70s. So, like right now, most of the people know, oh, you did that, you know, from 20 years ago.
Okay.
So now I'm shooting for 20 years later. And before I used to be real freaked out, like I didn't want to shoot an old car with a new car in the same photo, because I just thought it was ugly, you know, like to see a beautiful 60s Impala with a 90s, you know, like a Honda Accord or something. I'm like, fuck, man, that looks like shit. You know, I'll wait till the Honda moves out of the way and then I'll shoot the Impala.
So you made a picture from the 60s?
Not so much, but because obviously the buildings or whatever, but now I document all of it because I think it's kind of crazy to see, because 30 years ago people thought we would be driving in cars with no wheels, you know, off the ground, and you know, like the Jetsons floating around, and look at, you know, we're not.
We're still driving those?
Yeah, we're still driving those, and we're, you know.
So how do you get to this?
How did I get to what? The photographing?
No.
Oh, the car?
Yeah.
I always wanted one, and my friend and me were always talking about it, and at that time I didn't have no money, but we saw a car, and he was like, you know what, I'll buy it, and then when you get the money, you buy it off me.
All right.
So
he was a real friend.
Yeah, and then he gave it to me for the same price he bought it for. He wasn't like, you know, give me a couple $100 extra. Or, you know, some people do scandalous shit, but he was cool. He's like, you know, give me the $1,800 that I bought it for, because at that time it was like there was rust holes, and It was like kind of beat up.
All right.
But
then you put it to the workshop?
yeah,
To the body
put
shop?
it all the paint shop, took the engine out, put it in the engine, you know, gave it to them, took all the moldings off, took all the chrome off, took the interior out, went and got the cart cut for the hydraulics, then took it to the paint shop and put everything back together little by little as I made money with, at that time I had just gotten the job with House of Paint.
Yep.
And at first they weren't making no money, they weren't getting paid.
Really?
And then House of Paint, Jump Around took off.
Yeah.
And things started getting better for them, and then it got better for me. Cause
Are you still in contact with Muggs or
yeah,
the other
talk
guy?
to Muggs all the time, Be Real, Everlast, Send Dog. So we're all, you know, real tight.
How can you how do you get together the Joker brand, the photographing, the directing of videos or movies? How can you put it in a bowl, and how do you eat from that bowl? You need to be on tight schedule always, don't you?
Yeah, you spread yourself thin, you know. But if you want, there's two kinds of people. The kind of people that they just settle for whatever they settle for the least, you know. They just need enough to get by. Or there's people that want to do bigger and better things, and I grew up settling for the least, you know. We didn't have nothing, and I always thought, like, fuck, you know, when I get older, if I can work hard, you know, maybe I can do more things. And that's what I did. I started working when I was a teenager, and learned how to just hustle, like learn how to, I was buying old cars and I would flip them, buy them for a couple $100, sell them for $1,000, go buy some more.
Usual,
yeah, so at a young age I learned how to, you know, make shit happen. And I saw the benefits of it, you know, what you could get on the back end. And I just kept that same energy and all the way through high school. And then when I got out of high school, I graduated with a 2.8 average, which is the least you could graduate. It's like a D. In America, it's like A, B, C, D, and F. F is failing. So D is for dummy. So I graduated, you know, as a dummy, but for me, it was all about working hard, you know?
So it's not as easy to live the American dream.
No, you gotta work for it.
You gotta work for it.
Yeah, you gotta work hard as fuck, because you know, there's so many people that they don't even try.
And what do you think, that's my last question before we bounce out, what do you think, how today's America and the society, the government treats the Mexican people or the Chicano people? Are they on the same level now?
No,
or they're still struggling with the things from the 60s and 70s?
Yeah, the president hates us. He goes on the news and says, you know, pretty much fuck the Mexicans, you know? Like,
because
let's build a wall, keep those Mexicans out, and let's send the other Mexicans that are here home. So.
Because what we saw here, we are for the 4th or 5th time, TV is here for the 10th time maybe, that only Mexican and black people are working physically on the streets, on the cars, on the workshops, on the roofs, on the plumbing. So if they get rid of you, so they're gonna starve to death, or I don't know.
Well, they're gonna have to get off their high horse and start working.
So it's still here, you said?
Yeah, it's the same shit. Nothing's changed. But, you know, you just got to, you can be the victim or you could, you know, make shit happen. So I'm like, fuck that, who cares, you know, let's get out there and work. And hard work pays off.
All right. So let's ride.
Let's do it. Let me throw my little cameras back in here. And hold on, let me get my assistants. Hey guys, come on.
I just happy with that.
Everybody thinks I have like 20 people and $1 million in the bank, and but I do it all myself. All this shit.
But you don't need to share the income, no?
Oh yeah, I do. I got
okay, you got
4 adults and
you got 4 dogs.
No, 4 adults.
Yeah, 4 adults. All right.
Yeah, and 4 grandkids.
How often did they came to visit you?
Well, my son and my son and his girl, and the two their kid and their new kid is on the way. They live here.
Oh, they live here.
And then my daughter with her 2 kids, she comes by a lot.
Oh, that's a big family.
And then my other daughter's up in San Francisco. She's gonna go to college up there. And then my other daughter, she does her own thing.
You don't think about to move out from California?
No way.
No way.
Because here's where I know everybody.
Okay.
So here's where I have all my connections. So why would I move
that's true.
to somewhere where I don't know nobody and I have to start all over, you know? Here I can call somebody and be like, hey, what's up, homie? You know, you got any photo shoots? And they're, oh yeah. I wasn't even thinking about you, but yeah, come through, you know? Or, you know, somebody owes me money, I can be like, hey, I need my money, you know? And I go there, you know? Here, if it's in New York or whatever, I can't do shit, I'm fucked. Because every time somebody owes you money, their bills are, oh, I have these bills. Well, motherfucker, what do I got? You know? I got bills too, that's why I need my money.
Yeah, it's the same, you know?
Their bills are important, but mine aren't.
Yeah.
In New York, they have a great saying. They say, fuck out of here.
Huh.
That's my favorite.
Really?
Yeah, because people are like, you know, they're like, oh, my bills are important, so I had to pay them, but sorry, you don't get to pay yours. In New York, they say, get the fuck out of here with that. Give me my money and fuck your bills.
So this is the original paint job?
Yeah.
Oh man. So it's a 49 with the original paint job?
47.
47? How did you get it? You were lucky.
From this old man.
He kept it in his garage?
No, he buys cars, and he bought it off this car dealership.
Oh,
I'm
it was
I'm the third owner. There was an old lady, and then she sold it to a car dealership, and the car dealership kept it on the showroom floor.
Oh yeah.
They never drove it.
That lady must have a real good garage.
Yeah. So
look at that. Oh, you must be proud of this. Only 15,000 miles, man.
I bought it at 13,000. So I put 2,000 on it.
What do you need to do with this?
Turn the key.
Maintenance, only that?
Turn the key.
No suspension work?
Oh, I lowered it 3 inches.
Yep.
And then I turned it into 12 volt.
Yeah, because it was a 6 volt.
Yeah.
Way back in time.
And I put a radio. That's it.
That's it. Everything's original, the upholstery, the leather, everything?
Everything. I haven't touched nothing. The only thing I did inside was I put the speakers.
Yeah.
And I put the umbrella.
But,
And I put the
that's a factory option also.
Yeah.
How many gears you got? 3 or 4?
3. 3 plus reverse.
Yep. It runs good.
Yeah. That's what I mean. You just turn the key.
Yeah, perfect.
When you say, what do you do with this car? You just turn the key. Drive the motherfucker. Once you start customizing them, it fucks them up. Like something, I don't know what.
Don't fix it till it's not broken.
Just leave it alone.
Yeah. That's the main problem.
That's why I didn't put hydraulics on this one or do all kinds of shit. I just leave it alone. It still looks cool in the lowrider culture, but it runs every day.
That's you need to see the light. That's the magnifier for it.
Yep.
Those were so amazing details back in the time. I love old cars.
Yeah, they thought of that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
How many cars you got before?
Altogether with
altogether.
Like old cars?
Oh yeah, of course. I'm talking about old cars.
Four old cars and two Harleys, and then I have the 2 trucks.
Which one is your favorite from the old ones?
Well, Blue Velvet's my oldest.
Okay, that's your love.
So that's my the one I've been in low riding with the whole time. But I mean, I love this car. It's like we had to turn the radio down, but it's not so bad because I like the way it sounds. The motor and stuff.
Yeah. You can.
And then I'm working on the 61 and the 76 Monte Carlo.
You got a Monte Carlo also.
Yeah, that's at the paint shop. My friend Stone Cold.
I like Monte Carlos.
I love everything about those cars. They're so cool. The engines are huge.
You're in better for the curvy shapes or the square ones?
I kind of like the squarish ones. I like this because it's kind of like a killer whale. It reminds me of.
Yeah. And what about your kids? Are they into it or not?
Well, they've been around it for so long that they like it, but I don't think they want to build a car themselves.
Who's going to continue your legacy? Who's going to continue your work? Who's going to take it over? The Chronicles of LA. Who's going to write them?
I'm breaking. It's over after me. No, the doing the photos.
Yeah.
There's like 100 new Esteban Orios out there with the digital cameras.
But as you said, they got digital cameras. It's not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same. But they're trying, So I just.
Do you know some of them?
Yeah. Some of them are cool kids, youngsters. They want to do photography. It's cool, This guy wants to fucking look at the car. I'm trying to let these guys film, and he wants to be like.
It's gonna be okay.
Everybody wants to be.
We have great experience in that. We always do that. It's mainly our show is related to cars, old cars, new cars. I'm a journalist for about 20 years, testing a lot. Sometimes I do some racing stuff, drifting and like that. But I always been into old cars. I like steel fenders,
Yeah.
What have steel fenders on it? It's always it has some character, That's what you miss in new cars. You don't have characters in it.
Yeah, there's nothing.
They're just the same. They're just the same.
They just get you from A to B.
Yeah, that's it. That's commuting, not driving. That's the difference.
Unless it's like like a high-end luxury car, like a Lambo or a Ferrari.
But who cares? They're not gonna last.
No.
It's only money.
Yeah, they're
It's
just
not style.
fun to drive in because they're like they're like little spaceships.
Yeah,
But they cost a lot of money. There's just a lot of drama. It's just like a custom car. They're always fucking up.
No money, more problems.
Yeah.
That's Biggie said. Are you satisfied with your life now at the moment?
I love it. Yeah, there's nothing.
Is there something that you want to achieve? Something big? I know you need to have some.
Well, my goals are to put out 25 books. I've put out 3, and I have 2 more coming that I'm working on now.
All right.
So after that, 20 more. I figure once a year for the next 20 years. And then I have a movie coming out on April 10th on Netflix called LA Originals. It's about me in cartoon.
I read something about it.
And then, you know, hopefully that'll launch me into, you know, doing movies. And then...
You directed that?
Yeah.
Who was the screenwriter? Who wrote the screenplay?
Me in cartoon. It was about our life. So, like, from the 90s till now.
So to our viewers, cartoon is one of the most famous tattooing artists.
Yeah.
Good. He's a good friend of you?
Yeah, and I documented all that, and Cypress Hill, and House of Pain Days, and Low Riding. It's kind of like, you know the book you saw with Garcia?
Yeah.
That's like the screenplay.
Oh, really?
Oh, I better
What do you like in Low Riding the most? The chill, the family, the connections, or the ride itself?
Driving.
Driving. Yeah, that's my man.
Driving, and then when we get to where we're going, all the cars together.
You feel that you belong to something.
Like thinking that everybody left home and they all thought about going to one place, and we're all together there.
Is it hard to work with big stars like Robert De Niro, or I know Dennis Hopper, rest in peace, I love that guy.
Yeah, me too.
Is it hard to work with them, or?
No, it was so easy.
Because they're professionals?
They've been in front of 1 million cameras, so it's like one more is no big deal. Yeah, one more photo is not going to be a big deal for them, but for me it was the biggest deal.
But it's interesting that you're doing these guys, and at the time you become famous. People like us come to you, want to talk with you, want to do some interview with you, like we did. How do you can handle that? The fame that you got through your work, through your personality.
I don't really think I'm famous or anything.
Yes, you are, man.
No, I know, but I don't think like that. Like, I don't walk down the street. Like, when people are looking at me, I wonder why they're looking at me. Like, I think maybe there's some food in my teeth or something like that, you know? Like,
they recognize
maybe there's some parsley or something. I'm like, what the fuck are they looking at? And then I go, oh fuck, maybe they saw me like on Anthony Bourdain or some shit like that. But you know, I'm just cool with everybody, respectful to everybody, because everybody's cool, you know? They're like, they just want to say hello and say nice work, or not everybody.
What about jealousy? It's always there.
It's always on the internet only.
That's true.
Nobody's jealous in person.
Straight, yeah.
Nobody's like, hey, fuck you, you take good pictures, man,
it's so
I
different
hate you.
than face to face.
Ha tetszett a videó, nyomj egy lájkot és iratkozz fel, hogy ne maradj le semmiről. Ha pedig valami menő speedzone-os cucc kell, akkor irány a webshop.